Wait, where did my notebook go? I had it. Here it is. Let's play Xenogears. Last time on Xenogears, as I wrote down on my notepad, we learned about some kind of god gear hidden away called the Omni Gear. It's the Slayer of God, Spirit's host, and that is actually Weltall, the Xenogear that we have. Funny how that works out. I also wrote down about a small girl in a tower to the north. Perhaps that's Bart's cousin Margie that we're trying to rescue. We found out she's in a citadel, so we're trying to work our way there. However, at the moment, we can't actually get there. We need a distraction, quite frankly. There are too many guards. So we decided, you know what would be great for a distraction? We could sign up for this awesome tournament that they're holding right now. So we signed up for the tournament, and that's currently what we'll be doing. Fighting in the tournament. We gonna fight in a tournament. We have Face, Tan, and Bart. I think that's... Yes, that is our latest save. Let's load! Finished! Poppy! Hi, Poppy. How you doing? This game's so completely bananas and you freaking love it. I'm really enjoying it so far, too. It always feels nice to sink my teeth into a classic JRPG. Especially because I get to do all the silly voices, and I did kind of forget to grab water again, so I will likely have to do that at some point. But it's okay. Do I remember all my voices? Yeah, there actually aren't that many so far for main characters. Music is really good. So, I guess one thing is I'm not really sure... Now that I've entered the tournament, how to proceed. I think we were missing one piece of information. I think we were trying to actually gather information for what we could do. Hey, that kid has a yellow balloon. I've been playing all day and I didn't even get yelled at. That's because Mom's playing too. Hey, you're not from around here. How do you like Bledovik? Sure, I like it. Well, great. Enjoy the festival. Okay. Oh yeah, Bart won't go. That's fine. I just wanted to see if there is anything up here that we missed. Hi, Starstream. How you doing? And you're good, Poppy. I'm glad to hear that. I don't know, Sven. This is a blind playthrough, so please do keep that in mind. I have never played this game before, so I don't know diddly squat about it, and I do like to keep it that way. So, like, tomorrow. Okay, so it's still... The tournament's still tomorrow, so we can't do this yet. I'm ready already. What's taking so long? This is the best place to see the action for free. I'm saving my space now. This person is literally just gonna stand here for the entire night. I mean, it's not the worst idea I've ever heard, but I don't feel they're gonna be very well rested. Yeah, we signed up to enter or not to enter. That is the question. Is it? My cousin's friend's gonna fight in it. Pretty cool, huh? Who's your cousin? Will he fight me? Hey, are you gonna fight? I'd say about 20 to 1. Are you giving me odds? My guy wins. I'm going to the bar and order the most expensive whiskey they have. Then I'm gonna ask that waitress out. I wonder what to get her for a present. I don't know. Maybe a date and not the bar she works in. Oh yeah, I'm not really surprised that they're camping out in line. I I stood in line. Well, not stood. We got to sit down because we brought chairs. But me and my sister sat in line for like 9 hours for the Wii U when it came out for funsies. Okay.
Drinking Budweiser in broad daylight. That's my favorite part of the festival. It's been a while since I last drank outside.
I'm trying to find more information. No thanks. I already had one of these, and I don't want to spend any more money. I already spent like a bunch of money here, and I got drunk, and I held a balloon. That's what happened last time. I'm here for the deets. Hey, Daddy, buy me one of those toys.
Oh, nope. Wait till the tournament's over. I'll buy you something better then.
Wait, I don't think I went... Oh, we can't go in the game tent, but I wanna. Yeah, Bartweiser, which seems to be named after Bart, who's in our party. Which probably explains why he can't go to the castle and it would cause us some trouble. Yep, you sure are having a festival. Yes, I have a hotel. Yep, yeah, I already talked to you. Did you forget who I was? I think that person forgot who we were. Note to self, the people in this town don't have very good memories, probably from all the drinking. So yeah, I just don't really know who to talk to, so I guess I'm just gonna keep talking to everyone until we figure out what this hint is we're supposed to learn about for distracting the guards. Arg, I'm so busy. The shop owner was drafted and now I have to do everything myself, from taking care of the kids to running the shop. That sounds rough, buddy. Weapon! Yeah, I'm here for the tournament. Yeah, well, I'm glad. The war's gotten worse and there are fewer tourists. Well, have fun. Thank you? Hello? Want to buy a radish? They're from Lahan, the hottest you can find. You'll be spitting fire. Try one. Yes, I want to buy literal fire and eat it. Hey, don't burn yourself breathing fire. Wait, can I, but how do I breathe fire? I want to breathe fire, please. Oh, goes good with fish. Oh, I guess these must be cooking recipes. Or 4 cooking recipes. We got ingredients! Yay! Oh, wait, dang it. I keep getting turned around from the camera stuff. I'm not. Well, why am I not a dragon? Who says I can't be a dragon? There is nothing in the rules that states I can't be a dragon. I don't care if this isn't Breath of Fire. I do what I want. You can be a lion. Huh? Nani? You'll be sorry if you don't go. Oh wait, here, there's small children. Hello, small children? No, wait, you guys look like you probably have some information. Just standing back here all by yourself. It's cool here. Cool air blows up from the grate. I've been doing laundry here for 60 years. Water's the only thing that hasn't changed. There's a spring flowing beneath the castle. I was worried that when the king died, the water would stop too, but it didn't. That old guy down there in charge of the water won't budge an inch even for Shatan. Yeah, he's a great guy, my childhood friend. Okay. Well, Shakan's the bad guy, so maybe we should actually talk to that guy. that's down there. I wonder, where is he hiding? Can you help me too? Yes. Thanks. The rule is you can't hide in houses or where you can't see. Oh, look! There is a hide-and-go-seek element! There is hide-and-go-seek. You're bugging me, man! Now I'm just trying to look for a small child who is hiding somewhere? Question mark. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, Xenogears. Look what you've done. It's not really any different than normal, to be quite honest. I never know where I'm going or what I'm doing or what I'm looking for. Aww. I miss voice acting them. Oh, so wait, is that actually a track from FFA, Techie? We're the Radio Boys joined together to protect Avow's peace! Yeah! We protect the people of the desert from the steam heads of Kislev! Yeah! You're not from Ava! Shut up! I'm the captain and I'm talking here! Don't be bossy, it's not fair, you're always captain! Yeah, I wanna be captain too! I was first! Shut up! Right, starting tomorrow we'll switch off. That's good. Yeah, hey! Let's return to patrol! Forward march! Okay, these children were no help. These children were not helpful! If I know what I'm doing or what's going on, Xenogears isn't doing its job. That's fair. Hi, Shala. How are you doing today? Alright, you know what? I'm gonna just ask because this little town is kind of a maze. Hey, chat. So I think I'm missing some kind of key piece of information that I need to bring back to the inn so that we can move on to the next day. Does anybody know where I can get that from? Would anyone point me in the correct direction? Because I was stumped before and I'm still pretty stumped now. Whee! Whee! You're doing good? You made some delicious holiday cookies. Ooh, I love cookies. Cookies are the best. Especially holiday cookies. The water place? I don't know what that means, Xenophar. There's a water place? I mean, I talked to a lady over here by where there was like a water spigot where she was doing laundry, and she told me about some guy that's like down here guarding a door or something underneath, like down below this area. But I don't really know how, I don't know if I'm like supposed to go there or what, really. Yeah, I talked to the nun in the inn, and the last thing I remember was her telling us that we like needed more information. Wait, no, this is not the house we want. No, you freakish! Yeah, I know. Yeah, we talked to the nun in the inn. I think we also crashed. And then I had already found one piece of information for distracting the guards about the tournament, but we were still missing something. So I'm kind of hoping that water was, like, talking to that lady about the water was maybe what we needed. So now I'm a bit turned around. Here we go. Here's the end. I'm gonna see if she'll say anything else. Because Because I think she said to visit her when we found more info. Let's see if that was it. Did you find your way into the castle? Ah! Yes, that was it! Okay, yeah, the two old people standing around the water spigot was what I needed to find. Yeah, because the old lady, she said that when the king died, she thought the water would disappear, but it didn't, and there was some guy, like, standing guard that won't even let whatever the evil dude by, because they're, like, friends or something. So, yay! I did find what I needed. I just wasn't 100% sure. Thank you. Thank you, Bards. Also, hi, Snap. How you doing today? It's good to see ya. Aw, you miss being able to make a joke about Dennis being a direction of people understanding. We do. We understand, Sako. Wait. Oh my god, that reminds me. I don't remember, were you here when I played through a little bit of A Hat in Time? If not, there was actually a section of A Hat in Time. There's not a full highlights of the game, but I think there's a couple clips of it. I'm pretty sure at least one of those clips will probably make it to the best of 2019 clip show, so you'll still be able to catch it. They had some nice Homestar Runner references in a certain section of it. You're doing great, Snap? You just got back from Star Wars. Oh, nice. Oh, I'm glad you loved it. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
I just remembered where Pletipix's water supply comes from. Spring water rises up from under the castle and flows to the town via a series of underground waterways. We can sneak into the castle by going through these underground waterways. We can get into them from the town's well. The waterways should lead right up to the castle's reservoir. If we're able to get that far, we should be able to sneak into the other rooms of the castle from there.
Sounds good. Faye is in the tournament. He will draw the guards' attention, and Bart will enter the castle through the waterways via the well. After that, he will rescue Marguerite from the citadel. I will accompany Faye to the tournament. I will also help work the crowd and secure our escape. There is one problem. The well is locked. First, we must find the key.
Let's go find the kid fast!
Okay. I don't happen to just magically have that, right? No. Alright, so we need to find the well key. It's called a sewer? Yeah, wouldn't the waterways be full of water? That seems, a little concerning. It's fine. Clearly Bart knows what he's doing. He can swim, okay? Bart's a really good swimmer. Did you share the Spoonee and same doodle with everyone? I don't remember. Did you? Hi, Eternal Dreamer. Thank you for the 100 biddies. How are you doing today? Alright, let's go find the key to the well. If I were a well key, where would I be? That's the real question that I pose to thee. Let's see. I mean, I could go talk to that old lady again. Maybe she would know. That guy keeps asking about monster fangs and eyeballs, and I am slightly creeped out. Just a little, tiny bit creeped out. Maybe this guy would know since it's his childhood friend? Hello, good sir. Yes, the well key. Do you know where it is? I've got it. I'm in charge of the Waterworks Association. What are you gonna do with the key? Honesty, We're gonna rescue Margie. What? You want to clash with Shakan? Ha! This is great! This is great! I like you guys. I'll lend you the key. You get that Shakan for me. Yay! Honesty!
Yeah!
Got it. All right, let's go back and talk to our nun friend. Yay! Progress. Let's go talk to her because now we have the key and our plan is set. You do now a little extra early. Oh, an extra early present, Xmas present for everybody. I don't remember. Hang on. The game will disappear for a sec. Yeah, I do remember. I think you showed me that one, but I don't know if the bards got to see it or not. It's still really cute. Yeah, I didn't end up highlighting that one since we didn't finish the game. But I did have fun with what we did play a bit. You're doing all right, Dreamer? Oh, we got an office Christmas party tomorrow. Oh, that sounds like fun. In all fairness, all of those were truth. Yeah, I was about to say no to the stealing one, but the truth is this is a JRPG, so I'm definitely looting the entire castle. So, yeah, you're probably right. Hi, Zachary. How you doing today? Any luck finding the well key?
Yeah, the old guy next to the well had it.
Preparations for our plan are complete. Tonight we will stay in the hotel and start out tomorrow. We are free to do what we like for now. Let us have a look around the town.
No, I don't wanna. I already did that. I'm going to bed. Okay, well, actually, false. I'm gonna save and then I'm gonna go to bed. Always be saving.
Always be saving your game, cause you never know when you can't save it anymore.
Yeah, the music in this game is very catchy. Okay. Thanks. Yeah, I'd like to stay. That's one people? Where's everyone else? Yeah, that's true. Always be saving in multiple slots. Good addendum. Especially if you're playing Final Fantasy Tactics. Or really any old video game that's prone to file corruption or accidentally locking yourself out of the ability to level outside of a singular boss fight that you now looped into fighting over and over.
I came from far away when I heard about this festival, but this town's so uptight. Everyone looks at outsiders like me so suspiciously. It was getting to me, so I shut myself up in my hotel room. But now this tiny hotel room's starting to get to me too.
Well, you just can't win, huh? Can I just talk to the nun? Liz? Can I volunteer to be done? Sorry, I can't help you.
Well, I'm all ready, so I'm gonna get some sleep. Man, I'm beat. We're sightseeing an event?
No, I want to go to bed.
Yeah, tomorrow'll be tough for both of us.
Unfortunately, I already paid 40G for this, but it's fine. Good morning. Operation Rescue Margie is now underway. First, Faye and I will prepare for the tournament at the arena. When the tournament starts, bartle into the waterway through the well and head for the castle. If you swim against the current, you should reach the castle.
Swim against the current? That sounds difficult.
I am certain there will still be some guards there, so please dispose of them quietly. We will make a good show at the tournament to draw the guards' attention as long as possible. During that time, you can rescue Margie. Any questions?
Once more with feeling? No, I got it.
Then let us go. Be careful, young one.
Faye, no matter what, you gotta win!
You gotta win! Live to win! lyrics to the song. I've only heard that song on the only episode of South Park I've ever seen. Hi, Cindy, and welcome. How you doing? Yeah, actually, I know a lot of people who this is their absolute favorite JRPG of all time. I'm very glad to be playing it for the first time, finally. I've been liking it so far. The music's really catchy. I like the graphics. Of course, you know, in 2019, I'm sure they don't look impressive to some people, but I like the style. And I also really like the combat so far. This is the game with the max. Yep. Sure is. They are actually called Gears, which is where we get Xenogears from. Wait. I think I got turned around. Yeah, it's all the way up here. We're going to the castle. Arena seats at 500G. Participants accepted. Please pass through. Participant? Okay. Go on through. Yay! I'm gonna fight people. My son's in it. I hope he doesn't get hurt. I'm so worried he's going to get hurt. Why'd you let him enter then? I mean, how old is your son? Can he take care of himself? If so, he's probably fine, but... I want to see what kind of fighters came. The best men all join the army. If I was only 10 years younger, I'd whip them all. Short thing, bud. Woohoo! This is gonna be hot! I love the sound of folks smacking each other! Oh boy! Oh goodness! I'm for the ones that pay out big. Don't know much about martial arts though. I sure could use a little extra health money. Man, these folks are interesting. Can I just go past here? Hi, Nisa and Lisa, how you doing? Only participants are allowed in here. Your friend will have to sit in the spectators arena. Okay. Well, then I will be over here cheering for you. Don't beat him too soon. The better you do, the easier it will be for bots to sneak in. Wait, that's contradictory. Don't beat him too soon, but the better you do, the easier time Bart will have? Wow, this guy's got one heck of a crazy collar. Wait. Yes, I think I wrote down this guy's name, didn't I? Oh no, this was like 2 weeks ago. Did I write down this guy's name? I don't know. I don't know if I did. I don't think I wrote down his name. I didn't write down his name. No, that's in Dragon Ball Z's win. I'm gonna lie and say I know his name. Oh, okay, that's right. His name's Big Joe. I thought he was gonna be a quiz, and then I would have to, like, choose what his name is. I got all worried. That's right. I am the one and only Big Joe. Yep, you sure are. And I am suddenly very suspicious of your belts. Why do I feel like I'm going to have to fight Big Joe? No one answered that question. I think Big Joe's about to kick my ass. No entry, okay. There's a nice gong there. Ooh, here's the brackets. So how do I get started? Can we get started? I'd like to fight someone, please. Only Big Joe has the big no to that question. What? Wait, there's a small child here that we recognize. Dan? Dan? What are you doing here? Wait, what? How are you alive? Bullshit! No! Absolutely not! I saw that entire village burn to the ground! You are false! There is absolutely no way! This is some I don't believe it! Nope, nope, don't believe it. I don't believe you. I don't believe you, Xenogears. I don't believe you.
It's your fault, Alice. I'll never forgive you. I'm gonna kill you!
Dan, that's literally what he said to us. Bro, like, no. You were not here. You were definitely back at a camp being super pissed about watching everyone you love die, okay? You're definitely not here. Oh, wait. Excuse me.
Attention all participants! We will be starting soon. Please enter the arena.
You're the enemy of everyone in Lahan! I'm gonna kick your butt in front of everyone! And don't be running away either!
Dude, is it... Oh my god, this is ridiculous. Why is Dan here? Why is Dan here? I mean, no one answered that, but what? That is about the last thing that I expected, was for Dan to show up in this tournament. Hi, Rez. Hi, Super Bat Flash. Hi, Nursies.
Hey, mister, you from Lahan?
Question mark?
Seems like you and that boy have some kind of problem.
Who do you think you are? Mind your own business.
What's
so funny?
Nothing. Just wondering what kind of fight you'll have with that boy. Well, I'm looking forward to it, Faye.
Huh? How does that guy know my name? I didn't enter my real name. Didn't Dan just say our real name? Now I'm not sure. Hey, chat. Did Dan actually say our name? Just yes or no? I feel like it's likely he would have said it, but I mean, sometimes I blank on certain things. Yeah, your name's on top of your dialogue box. So who's he to talk? He recognized another lady's name without actually, you know, knowing who she was, because it didn't get introduced at first.
It's about to start. I guess I better go get ready too.
Is this plan really going to work?
It's already started. If something's wrong now, then that's tough. What are you worried about? Faye'll do okay. Besides, Satan's with him too. Now, all I gotta do is sneak into the castle through the well. No problem.
I pray so.
Well, I'm going. Margie's waiting in the citadel.
Well then, do be careful. And thank you for helping Mother Marguerite.
No sweat. You better get out of bed now, too. Things are gonna get out of hand soon.
Thank you. Wait, oh. Okay, we are actually going to play as Bart. It's also not something I expected. Also, it got very quiet in here. I'm gonna make a save, but on a separate save file, because smart. Imagine if the characters actually say their names before all the dialogue. That would be interesting for sure. Alright. Now Bart's the protagonist. I'm okay with this, actually. I mean, I like Faye, but Bart's also pretty cool. Pretty cool. No, I don't want to use your box. I don't need your box. I don't need that box. Nope, I don't need that box. I do not need a box, because I have jump. Alright, I have the key. Yay! Yeah, just casually step into a well. No problem. No problemo! Also, hi Fireheart and hi Okami, how are you guys doing? Okay, but I can't read all that because it's scrolling, so...
Blah, 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 blah. Villain's speech. Blah, 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 blah. I kidnapped Mother Marguerite. Blah, blah, blah. Words. Blah, blah, blah. Villain. Blah, blah, blah. Something about unity, probably. Blah, blah, blah. In the name of blah, something good. Blah, blah. But gonna be bad. Blah, blah.
Oh yeah, see?
Brave ones, warriors, fight well and do not shame our brothers at the front.
Yep, I pretty much covered it. Gong! Is it you, Shadow? Is it you? Did you get your linear fusion rifle kills for the Komodo? Congratulations! Heck yeah! Heck yeah, congrats, Shadow. Hi, Rizu, how you doing?
A moving speech if I do say so myself.
Who compliments their own speech right after giving it?
Oh, Commander Ramses, sorry to have kept you waiting. This way, please.
I'm afraid I do not have the time for such gay revelry. I just dropped by to bid you farewell.
What a pity. You do not like our entertainment?
I find it boring.
You find fun boring? Okay, Ramses.
Oh, let it be, Commander. Shakan's only trying to show hospitality. I personally find martial arts quite interesting. I look forward to seeing the tournament.
To say this event is a tribute to you, Commander, is no understatement. Your greatest help in our time of need enabled us to celebrate this country's founding today.
Founding? How impudent. It's not even your country. Huh. Do as you like.
Well, he's cantankerous.
Ming, how about the tournament? Will you grace us with your company?
Yes, it would be a pleasure.
Oh, it's starting!
Kong seems like kind of a pawn, actually. Gonzalez versus... Oh, wait. Hey, ooh, I can say this in my announcer voice. Also, side note, I see Gonzalez already, and it just makes me think of the great Gonzalez from Paper Mario, The Thousand-Year Door, which is a fantastic video game! Now I want to play it.
The first match, Gonzalez versus the Dragon Slaying Slacker!
Also, that's us. It me. They wouldn't let me name myself Schlitoltenheim Reinbach III. I had to pick from a list, so I picked the silliest sounding one, which was Dragon Slaying Slasher.
My, what a handsome boy.
Miang's over here getting a crush.
It's just a little crush.
That's not what I expected. Gonzalez can't take it anymore! Ow? Okay, that actually kind of hurt. Oh wait, there was a new move. I need to take a look at that. He's having a club rave. Oh yeah, that's right. Gatto's full name is Gonzalez. Yeah, I've actually streamed Chrono Trigger twice now. I played it for the first time about 4 years ago now, I guess. Wait. Okay, I guess I don't know that combo yet. Oh, okay, finally a regular attack from Gonzalez. But it must be triangle circle though. I'll have to heal after this one. No, I did, Sako. That sounds like me. This reminds you of Suikoden 2? Well, the fighting game combat reminds you of Legend of Gaia. We played Suikoden 2 earlier this year, of course, and I loved it. I haven't played Legend of Gaia yet. So, unless it's, okay, it's double triangle. No, triple triangle? No. Okay, so, triangle, triangle, something else. I need to write down the name of that one. Senretsu, okay. Okay, it must be X then. It must be triangle, triangle, X. It's gonna be stuck in your head all night. Oh, I'm sorry, Sarko. I'm sorry. Yeah, there we go. Woo! Yeah! Nice. Double triangle X is Senretsu. Got it. Combos. We are learning. Llama, how you doing today? Gonzalez wasn't so great after all, am I right? They're not gonna let me save, are they? No. No, that would be too nice. That's way too nice for a PS1. I don't have enough power to hit something for 69 times. Okay, we're back to Bart in the sewer. It probably goes back up to town, doesn't it? It sure does. Bart gave up. Oh, you've been up since 1 p.m. yesterday and you're headed to work in a couple of hours? Oh man, Lana, I hope you're able to get some rest soon. I'm doing well, thank you for asking. Also, hey, you guys remember when I said Bart's a good swimmer? Here's the proof. The proof is in the sewer. Oh, it is not actually working out very well. Bart? Sweetie? gonna need you to swim faster, okay? You must go faster. Must go faster. Faster, Bart. Faster. You gotta swim faster. Yeah, this looks more like an aqueduct. There's a bag here. Hang on. What is this bag? Was that on the other side? I guess I don't know. That's weird. That bag is like literally in the middle of the bars. Okay, I don't know what that is, but we're not getting it, I guess. Yeah, isn't that on the DS version, Nurses? Which I haven't played, but I know that it has OVA stuff, which is really cool. Considering it leads to the town well, it better not be a sewer. That's true. That's very true. It'd be kind of gross. Now I'm just also thinking of that episode of Arrested Development where two of the characters don't understand that hermanos means brothers. Okay, well this is where the current's coming from, but it is definitely going too fast for us. You don't remember being in that version? Oh, you just found it on YouTube a long time ago. My name is Gato. I have metal joints. Beat me up and earn 15 silver points. Bum bum. Here is another bag. Oh, which I can open that one for some reason. Chrono Trigger is such a great game. I think that was actually one of the first times I ever sang anything on stream. Was the first time I played Chrono Trigger. It was the Gato song. That might actually be the first time that I fully belted something on stream. Or it's the first time I remember. I'm a little bit lost here. Okay, well, we don't want to go this way, because that's fully backwards. Yes, hello, my name is Bart, and, I could use a map. Aw, you named your channel point Silver Points? Ah, then he made her want to sing Gato songs! Charlotte, that's so cute! That's such a cute idea, I love it. I went with Crystals of Light. I just shortened it to Crystals for ours, because as many of you know, that used to actually be our sub-badges. We changed them to Moogles, and a lot of people miss Crystals, because we used to joke about eating Crystals of Light to gain magic powers. So I decided to bring them back. And we actually do have a reward that you can redeem to eat all of your crystals. We also do have Honorable Sudoku. Alright. What? Okay? Also, I am fighting Big Joe. Oh, I get it! I get it! section with Bart is timed. Yo, that sucks for people who get easily lost. Only light crystals? What about the others? The dark crystal, fire, earth, water, air crystals? Wait, but aren't those are also crystals of light? Are they not? But dude, I don't know about those moon crystals. The moon's haunted, all right? I don't know if you heard, but that moon is haunted AF. Joe's fans attack. Wait a minute. Big Joe only dealt me 1 damage. Am I going to die to his fans? But not actually Joe? Joe's a weakling. But he's got so much flair, no one noticed. Joe's fans cheer support. And he healed himself. He just does flying punches and goes, great, great, great. It's Hercule. Yeah, it's actually Mr. Satan. It's Hercule. You guys were right. At least they figured out this new combo. Yeah, Xenogears has mechs. Hi, Hair Games. Hi, Voltaic. How you guys doing? Joe's fans attack! Yeah, I don't think you can bring a mech into this tournament. It seems a little dangerous and reckless. And I mean, really, that's normally right up my alley, but I don't think they're gonna let us do that. That's against the rules. There's rules. What are these rules you mean? I thought that because I'm a JRPG protagonist, I can actually do whatever I want. And no one will ever say a word. Great and dynamic! Great and dynamic! This is like if John Cena punched like a teddy bear. He bled out in sparkles! He bled out in sparkles! That's so cute! Okay, well, this is bad because I feel like whoever comes after Big Joe is actually going to be a fight. Like, for realsies. But that... It had to be... Dude, it had to be where I came from. It had to be that spot that I thought I couldn't swim up. Because that's the only place that the current keeps going against us. Did he really only give us 1 XP? I didn't even notice. Oh my gosh. I see why everyone loves Big Joe now. Hi, Tormello. How you doing? Yeah, this was the direction that I tried to go, but I couldn't seem to go. Yeah, I'm getting pushed down. Maybe if I spam circle. Come on, Dart! You can do it! You can do it, buddy! You can do it! I believe in you! Yeah! You did it! You did it. No, you actually legitimately did it. Congrats, sir. You did the thing. Yeah, some of these are just like really hard to get over like certain pixels. Let's see, it looks like it's coming from this way, yeah. Just gotta keep going. We just gotta keep going, guys. It's gotta be the floodgate. Yep, it is. That's cool. We just gonna slide on under that, or... Yep, that's the plan, I guess. Hey Goose, how you doing? You're good, Tomello? I'm liking the game a lot so far. Yay, we made it!
What? Going in the reservoir again? Get up out of there now, boy!
Sorry. Oh, good, there's a save point here.
Kid, how many times must I tell you? Huh? How many years has it been? Well, haven't you grown up? Are you really the child I used to play hide and seek with? Is this some sort of joke? Well, answer me! What are you babbling on about? Oh man, even back when I was a child, you used to ramble on and on. But I see it's gotten worse.
Wait. So, Bart, this entire time you had just conveniently forgotten about the aqueduct until the moment that we talked to a lady about it? We used to play down here all the time? Oh no, he's just not moving. Ollie's very stoic. What? I'm in the middle of a conversation. I'm trying to have a conversation with someone from Bart's past. Excuse me. That was a very rude interruption. Hi, Ruru. How are you doing today? Yeah, birds do sleep standing up. I like this person's sleeves. Why is he throwing pills at us? That's not okay with me. I'm not okay with that. I'm uncomfortable. I'm gonna use magic instead, which is completely different, as we all know. Completely different. Poison! Wait, do I really not have anything for poison? mean, that's a physical effect. Let's see if that works. No? Wait, yes? Okay. You're doing well, Ruru. I'm glad to hear that. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Hi, Phil. Ooh, you're on a 2-week vacation. Nice. Nice. I hope you're having a good time with it. Yep, Honorable Sudoku. It's one of the things you can redeem for your crystals, which is our chat currency. If you would like to know what it is, you can click on it for a description. Basically, it's you volunteering to get timed out. Did that say salmon's hair? I skipped past it. Did that say salmon's hair?
You mean His Highness Prince Bartholomew?
Yes, His Highness Prince Bartholomew. Why, you certainly know a lot. If Bartholomew was still alive, he'd be just about your age. Did you know that both he and his family were killed by that Shakan? You won't beat me, Shakan. I'll protect the Bear's water till I die.
So, Shakan killed Bart's parents. That freaking sucks.
In remembrance of the kindness of the king and the young prince.
Really? Thanks, old man. Father would be glad.
Huh? What do you mean, father? Are you the son of an acquaintance of mine? Wait. I remember. No, that's not it. I don't recall the king having any secret sons.
Sorry, but I don't have time to explain. You'll remember. See ya!
Who was that?
Aw, he doesn't remember Bart. Save. Ding. So this place seems cool. I don't feel that it's likely we have much time to explore. I feel like that probably would have been in our way, so it's a good thing that we put the gate back down. Alright, let's climb up this ladder. How's everybody's Thursday going, by the way? Oh, dang it, that door's locked. Oh, that guy saw us! Oh yeah! Remember how I'm not good at stealth? It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Bart can manage. Probably. Okay, I need a new combos page. Bart combos. Headhunter is triangle. Not another triangle. Okay, that's probably triangle square. Nope. Okay, not triangle square either. Hi, Keltai. How you doing? It really does. The music in this game is really good. Oh, you've never seen Xenogears before? It is a classic PS1 RPG. I would recommend it so far from what I've played of it. You can actually get a hold of it on the PlayStation Network store if you have a PS3 or a PS TV. I'm gonna fight all the guards. That's just what I'm gonna do. Fight me! There. Okay, yep. Triangle X. have now learned the first of Bart's combos. Yeah, Vita would work too. Generally, well, because it'll be all of the PS1 classics you can play on a Vita, you can also play on a PS TV. Yeah, Bart's just that good. He's immune to gun. The door is locked. Okay. That was confusing. Oh, we've only got a PS4. Aw. Yeah, sadly it's not on PS4. But if you ever did want to play it, or really any of the classic PS1 RPGs or anything that's on the PlayStation Network, you can get a PS3 Slim for pretty affordable. For like 120 bucks. Hi NHL, how you doing today? Yeah, they have a pretty decent selection on there too. And quite a few of the games are games that if you wanted to get a hold of the physical copy, the physical copy is very expensive, but you know, you can get the digital one for like $10. So it's really good for if you want to play games that you missed from that era, but without like spending a crap ton of money. Being immune to gun is easy. The hard part is being immune to bullets. That reminds me of that quote from the Heavy from Team Fortress 2. Some maybe say they can outsmart me. Maybe. But can they outsmart bullets? Or no, I think he says, I've yet to meet anyone. I've yet to meet a man who could outsmart Bullet or something like that. Oh, I thought I pressed triangle first. Oh well. Hi, honey. I'm doing great. How are you? Bullet 200 IQ. I came as I was called. Maybe it's my age, but I don't like noisy places. Okay. Yeah, that's true. If you have an Uber charge, you can outsmart Bullet. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one, Franz. Also, uh-oh. We took so long that we now have to fight Dan. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. What are you doing here, Dan?
Huh! I escaped from Yui's place! I'm here to avenge my sister's death!
How'd you even know I was here, though? Please, Dan, stop it!
Shut your mouth! I will never forgive you! You murderer!
What do you want me to do? No, I'm not gonna fight a child.
I'm gonna take you down! This is for all of Lahan!
I feel really bad about this.
This is for Timothy!
Will you forfeit if I defend long enough? Let's find out.
This is for my sister!
Oh my gosh. Well, he's hitting me harder than Big Joe was. Hi, Rex. First time finding this stream and you love it so far. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. I mean, the kid may ask for... in a little bit longer and see what happens. Did you just headbutt me? I don't think so. He started it. Uncle Honey, I don't know if you remember the beginning of the game where we kind of went nuts and burned down the entire village, killing everyone, including his sister. I think we started it. I think we started it. I don't think I can really blame this kid. Pixar didn't happen. There's a VOD. Imagine dying to an 8-year-old after 15 headbutts. I'm just gonna see if he can, like, get it out of his system. You know what I mean? Hey. Whoa! You scum! Are you Kamehameha blasting me? Wow! Okay. Damn, done! No, yo! How did he learn that? Who'd you learn that from? Hannah's a laser. I'm just gonna... Okay, now he's firing his laser again. I don't think he's gonna stop fighting me. I think we're gonna have to beat up a small child. Wow, we didn't even deal that much damage. Dude, he actually is dealing, like, far more damage than everyone else and absorbing my blows. What's with this kid, man? He's, like, fueled by pure fury and rage. This is a terrifying child. I mean, I don't blame him for being really mad. But holy shit, man. Kids these days learning their laser magic. Hi, Corgi. Battle Corgi. How are you doing today? Oh, and the bird is my Congo African gray parrot, Ollie. He is kind of like our little mascot around here. He hangs out on stream most days. He's like Baby Vader. He might need a Snickers. I'm with you, Zenny. He might need a Snickers. He looks hangry. I'm gonna power up and see if we can tear through this small child who's trying to karate kick me in the junk. Okay. That's better. Hi, Lynn Freeze. How are you doing today, by the way? Okay, I have to heal because if he does another Kamehameha, I'm dead. Throw the radish at him. Kids eat vegetables. It's time to eat your greens. We're just mad. We're just mad at Dan because he didn't finish his plate, okay? He didn't eat all his broccoli. He's living a life that his sister would not approve of. You gotta eat that broccoli, son. Dan,
Shut up! I don't want to hear your stupid excuses! Faye, you're such a bastard!
Alright, listen. That seems very inappropriate to have this small child call us a bastard, and then Faye, after dialogue where he appears to feel bad, then does a fist pump? I don't feel good about that. I don't feel good about that at all. Faye's got no chill. EXP is EXP. If only his sister ate broccoli on that day. I mean, I guess that's true. Faye's probably relieved that he didn't die to Dan on that day. That brings up a good question, says the Chris Store. How much XP did we get for Dan's hometown? I'm sorry, I didn't realize that this was a Forky playthrough. Did I miss that in my notes? Am I supposed to be evil here? I think I missed something. Oh my gosh! Why are there so many guards? I thought I already murdered all the guards here.
Crash! Bandicoot!
I should probably heal. I'm the one who burned down a kid's town and then beat him up for XP. Well, technically, Faye did that. It wasn't really my fault. We were possessed by some weird evil demon child thing that has yet to be fully explained at this point in the game, alright? There's a lot of scary things happening that we don't understand. Dan for Smash. I don't know if this is where I came from. No. That's fine. If you understood, it wouldn't be a Xenogears. That's what Shala said earlier, too. I'm okay with this. I did choose to play this video game. Truth's out there. Maybe we'll find it. Is it in the same place where all the lost socks go? I like his whip. And the thumbs up. The lost socks end up as extra Tupperware lids. Oh! That explains why you're always finding more Tupperware lids than you have actual Tupperware. Hi, Gringiath. How you doing? I never thought about that. I also have a small problem, Bards. I have a small problem. It is almost 10:30, and I am hungry. And you know what sounds good literally every single night? Pizza. Yeah, it's a damn-sized problem. I actually don't like... I have a confession, Kyler. I actually don't like Snickers because I don't really like nuts in my chocolate. But Angry Trees really like Snickers, especially frozen ones. Also, hi, how you doing? And Battery!
Tropic 2 Sparrow, Tropic 2 Sparrow, Tropic 2 Sparrow, Bard Owl, oh.
Bard Owl, oh indeed. Thank you for 27 months! Welcome back. I appreciate that. How you doing today? Weren't last socks taken by the goat people of Narnia? Were they? Was it the fawns who took them? I don't remember. It's been too long since I've read that series. You know, just lurking. Sounds good, Grant. You enjoy that lurk, my friend. Tomato soup and a grilled cheese sandwich also sound really good every night. 40 pizzas in 30 days. You never had frozen Snickers? What are they like? Cold? I don't know. I would have to ask Angry Trees. Wouldn't it be funny if I only had to defend for one more turn for Dan to give up? Yes. It would have. Don't tell me though. Don't tell me if it was. It was quesadilla night? Quesadillas are good.
Oh my, Major Vandercom, bringing this thing into the room. It's going to be so difficult to clean with us here.
Ah, yes. So difficult to clean with this freaking giant Gatling gun in here. This looks like it belongs on Barrett's arm, okay? Where is your giant Barrett? You're not saying a thing. Thank you, Kylo. I appreciate that. Just take a peek. Are you serious?
This game's such a troll.
Dude, they just trolled the heck out of me. Thank you, Battery. Oh, you've been taking notes on Dark Souls routes for a few days? Are you going to speedrun Dark Souls? Also, I'm still thinking about the up C button tattoos we need to get. And I've been good. Moving was kind of frustrating on Tuesday, and there's been a lot of like random shenanigans that have been just sort of like adulty life in the way. But other than those things, everything else has been going well. And hey, I'm here and alive and playing video games, so that's pretty cool. Let's check out this room. I like Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. For the caramel squares, it depends. I don't know. I do like caramel squares, but I think I like peanut butter cups more. No, we're in a palace. We were in an aqueduct. We must rewrite all false history books on the monarchy. We also must get rid of any books that might cause problems. Alright, I already dislike this library. Can we get Faye to burn this one? Do you know the history of Bledavik? No. I'd love for you to tell me. This city was built on a desert rock bed. This was partially to escape sand erosion, but that's not all. An underground water basin wells up here. The rock bed is made of limestone, so the water level continued to rise to its present level. Fatima Castle was originally built to protect the water source, but gradually the desert people started to live here. It was soon joined by a steady flow of people from the northern lands. That is the story of the city, Bledavik. Okay, thanks. You've been here the whole time, but you couldn't think of what the reset message would be? That sounds like me. Oh, you had pizza. Nice, Goose. Alrighty, good. Thank you for joining us, by the way. You rest well. Appreciate it. Just take a peek. No, we plan on doing it completely hitless though? Oh! So, you know, just even crazier, which that's your style. I approve, and I look forward to seeing this. If I go in this room, he won't know I exist anymore. Ha ha ha!
Well, if it isn't His Highness Bartholomew, it's been a long time. Are you well, my Highness?
I don't think, yeah, I guess we're not gonna answer that guy. Oh! It is time! It's time! Tournament's final bout! Okay. Cool, we'll just miss all of our hits. Wait, I think this is the mysterious masked man that we talked to. Wise man. Can you dodge a Kamehameha? No, but it only dealt 1 damage. What a wimp. Yeah, we can't deal any damage to this guy. He's just like dodging everything. What if I defend? Okay, seriously, just select it? Oh no, that's just listing them. Well, this is interesting. Yeah, I think hit list also includes, like, not dying. Including, like, falling from elevators and stuff. Yeah, like, if you fall, it's not a big deal, but, like, if you die, then I think that counts against you in hit list. Alrighty, Shadow, have a good night. Thank you for joining us. You rest well.
Boo! Boring! Come on, fight properly!
This is not good at this rate. Yeah, it is the guy with the mask.
Just as I thought.
Huh?
Where did you learn that technique?
Who cares where? Come on now, put up a serious fight.
So then, why do you fight? For yourself or for the sake of others?
Why do you ask that for?
Doesn't there have to be a reason or a goal for a person to fight?
My reasons for fighting are none of your business!
So, you're fighting for no reason or goal.
Would you shut up? I'm in the middle of fighting for my purpose!
Then forget it. There's no way you could find such.
What?
You appear to be looking forward, but in reality, you're only looking downward. You're only looking at yourself. Like that, you'll find nothing.
How would you know?
I know. By exchanging blows with you, I can tell a great deal.
Shut up! I don't think that's gonna work.
Weak. Weak. You won't even graze me with those kind of attacks. Not superficially, at least. It seems you've matured physically.
Huh?
You've done well in recovering from those wounds, Faye.
How do you know my name? I deliberately didn't use my real name when I entered this contest. And that thing about me recovering from wounds? You aren't who I think you are. A chocobo?
Good morning, Spoonee Bards.
Samo, thank you for resubbing for 10 months. Welcome back. I really appreciate that. How you doing today? What RPG releases am I looking forward to? Definitely FF7 Remake. I'm also really looking forward to the Xenoblade Chronicles Remaster. It's still Chronicles Remaster. I still haven't played the Atelier Ryza game. And I want to give that a try eventually. I also haven't played Fire Emblem Three Houses. Let's see, what else is coming out next year? That's a good question. Eva, thank you for resubbing for 15 months. Welcome back. I really appreciate it. How you doing? Oh, that's pretty normal, Jericho, for PS1. They can get more detail in the close-up shots of their face, but sometimes the sprites may or may not look exactly like that. Although for me, it seems more like his mask. It kind of reminds me of a frog. I don't know why. He's just wearing a cloak over it. Hi, Winter Wondering, how you doing? Huh? Oh my, is it already that time? I guess it can't be helped. I've got to be on my way. Wait, I want to ask you.
It appears that competitor Wise Man has forfeited. The remaining competitor will automatically be awarded victory.
What? Are you serious? Boo! Boo! Yeah, I won the bet. Wise Man. Alright, now I'm getting weird Sailor Moon vibes. Your Soul 7 Remake and Xenoblade Definitive look amazing. Yeah, I've actually never played Xenoblade, so I'm really excited to give that a try finally. And I actually just replayed Final Fantasy VII back in January this year and rediscovered that it's a really good game, so I'm looking forward to the remake because it looks amazing. You're doing good, Winter. I'm glad to hear that. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I haven't played any of the, what I would consider like older Fire Emblem games, like the Game Boy Advance ones. I've heard they're really good. I have played Fire Emblem Awakening, and I absolutely love that one. Rose Assault S. I'll take it. Oh, thank you, Goose. I like doing voices for RPGs and stuff that aren't actually voiced. It's fun. I'm worried. The Army's power is rising too quickly. What will happen to civilian officials like me? I don't know. That's a fancy clock you got there, though. I'm not even gonna check for guards. I'm gonna just walk out. Oh, it had too many fetch quests for you. Yeah, that's fair. To each their own. This place looks kind of familiar for some reason. Well, I actually don't really want to know any details about Xenoblade, because I'm going to play it blind. So there's downstairs and these stairs. Unfortunately, I don't actually really know where she is. Almost. Well, probably not really. Awakening to certain true point if you don't count Smash Bros. Melee. Yeah, I've heard really good things about Three Houses. It's one of those games where when it came out, I had so much stuff on my plate, I didn't get a chance to pick it up. But I've heard really good things from a ton of people. Okay, we need to heal again for sure. We are getting a little bit low on health for my comfort. I'm really glad I had all these like hobgoblin jerkies now. Because man, I've really been using them up. Alrighty, Rex, have a good night. Thank you for joining us. I will also be playing more Xenogears tomorrow. I usually start stream up about 6 p.m. Pacific. We do a little chill and chat at the beginning. We usually get started with gameplay somewhere between like 6:30, 6:40. Depending on if I get carried away. We get distracted and have silly fun conversations pretty often around here. Rip, oh, you work till 3 a.m. Well, I stream from 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. Pacific time. Usually Wednesday through Sunday. So I don't know what time zone you are, but depending on what time zone you are, it might actually be outside of that. If you'll catch me Sunday. Well, hopefully work treats you well, Rex. Alright, I think I can just go through the store, maybe? Let's find out? Maybe? Yeah? This looks like where she was. Oh, there's a treasure chest here that I can't seem to open. And also some wine. Aha! Okay, this is the room I was thinking of. Citadel, 3rd floor. I will appreciate that a bunch, Faye. I was thinking about putting Fire Emblem Three Houses on the RPGs of 2020 list, but I really need to sit down and take a good look at everything. I feel like there's somewhere I'm missing, maybe? East Tower? Yeah, okay, she's in the East Tower. Found you! Ooh, and you have a save point in your room. That's fancy. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, there's so much stuff in 2020 that I'm just gonna have to sit down and look at all of it. There's already gonna be, oh gosh, at least like 3 or 4 RPGs coming out next year that are basically automatically going on my list of stuff I want to play. I have no idea. It's hard to have 2020 vision. Hi, TVF. How are you doing today? Well, I figure as long as I keep going east, I'm probably doing fine. Harass the intruder. No. Oh, man! I was kind of hoping I could run past them. Oh, what did I think of Trials of Mana? I liked it! I thought Trials of Mana was good. I honestly was just happy to finally play it with an official translation after like 20 years of us not having one. There's definitely, I don't know if you played Secret of Mana, there are what I feel were some quality of life improvements over Secret of Mana. The one big negative I had about Trials is the menu system, although is good, is also very laggy. It's real laggy because they kind of pushed the Super Nintendo to its limits. But it's a good system. They have, I don't know how much you know about Trials, but there's multiple characters, and you get to pick at the beginning who you want to play with, and they have like different play styles, and you can unlock different classes and stuff like that. So there's more customization. I would say honestly, because I think right now Collection of Mana is actually on sale. So if you like Mana games and you want to give it a try, I'd recommend it. Because it also is going to come with Secret of Mana and the original Final Fantasy Adventure. Which I haven't played the original Final Fantasy Adventure yet on there. But I have actually been playing through Secret of Mana again on my own time. But Trials is one of those games where it does have replayability as well, because the different characters that you bring with you kind of change things a little bit. So you could do one playthrough with one set and one playthrough with another. So hoping, oh, I get a chance to play Tokyo Mirage Sessions? That would be nice. That one looks good too. You know, I love RPGs. Do I have a personal favorite? Like a favorite RPG? Or, I don't know, are there like certain parameters for this favorite? Just take a peek. I don't know how that guy saw me. I think I might need to go downstairs, but I'm not 100% sure. My favorite RPG of all time is Final Fantasy IX. I'm very biased. That one's my favorite. The one that everyone likes to joke about the fact that I've never played. That's actually my favorite game of all time. Which I would like to do a replay of next year. I mean, I said that about this year too, but I really do want to do a replay. And I want to replay Mass Effect too. That's the problem, is that not only are there new games and old games that I haven't played that I want to play, there's also games that I want to replay because they're so good. I need to get back downstairs, I think. I don't actually own Xenosaga, Hasio. I'm not... So, Xenosaga is on my greater list of video games to probably eventually play. But am I planning on playing Xenosaga immediately following Xenogears? No. I don't actually know what I'm playing after Xenogears. I will have to make a new list of RPGs to try to get through in 2020, actually. Oh, you played 9 for the first time last year on the Switch. It's always got a special place in my heart because back in the day, it was the first Final Fantasy that I got really far into. And I always really connected with and identified with a lot of the characters. And I like that Final Fantasy IX starts off very silly. Is that the Star Wars one? Oh no, that's Final Fantasy 12, Tuna. I mean, I like 10. 10 made me cry. But 9's just, like, kind of irreplaceable to my soul. Have a good night, Metal. Thank you for joining us. I have never heard of that NHL. What's Avion? No silliness here. Oh, right. No silliness. I don't know, Link. I mean, Final Fantasy. Oh, the tournament. Final Fantasy 12 rather has a lot of similarities. I won't really go into detail because it, you know, it's kind of spoilers if you want to play 12 blind. But 12, I would say, that's the one that people have frequently told me was like Star Wars, and then it totally was. And I have heard that before, Hasio, that some people aren't a big fan of the character designs, and hey, that's fair. We all have different likes and dislikes. I'm cool with that. Yeah, Fran is basically sexy Chewbacca. No joke. Straight up. Man, I really need to figure out how on earth this freaking door is locked. What? I need to figure out how to get to that East Tower. I'm hoping there's a door over here. Yeah, it does have an amazing story, and like the characters themselves are great. I think it's one of those things where, like, if you were more of a fan of like 7 and 8, those had, I mean, 7 of course was more like polygonal because it was very early 3D, but they were meant to be more serious, I guess. And 9's character design was meant to be a little more cartoony. 6 always has a place in my heart too, because it was actually the first video game I ever played. True story. Actually, yes, to Christor. He is Hot Vader. I know who you're talking about. Yes, you're right. He basically is. Talk about starting with a high bar. Yeah, I've told this story several times on stream, but I never mind retelling it. When I was younger, I used to watch my brother play video games a lot. I would always ask him a million questions. Sometimes he would get frustrated because he has an older brother and it's really just part of the relationship. So one day, I was watching him play Final Fantasy VI, and he got kind of tired of me asking questions, so he saved his game. He reset the Super Nintendo. He started a new game, and he just set the controller in my hands and said, "Here you go, kid. If you have any questions, I'll be in my room." And if you played FF6, you know the introduction to the game that played, and yeah, that's pretty much the story of how I started my love for video games. Oh, dude, I would love Knights of the Old Republic spinoff that goes through HK-47's past. He was my favorite companion in that game. I'm looking forward to eventually playing the second one. Actually, dude, Jade Empire, I have not played it, Ground Flyer, but Trops recommended it to me a lot. He said it's really good, and it's also on GOG. If you don't have a physical copy anymore, you can buy it on GOG. Yeah, I'm so lost. I have no idea where I'm supposed to be going. Is this the room I just came from? I think it is. Open the door! Okay, really, the frustrating thing is that the outside guards keep respawning over and over and over. So the fact that I'm lost is really just getting slapped in my face entirely because I'm just slowly but surely losing all of my health to these fights. I've never seen Dot Hack. Also, Hiseo, I say this not because I don't think that you meant anything by it. I think you were probably just excited about playing Dot Hack. But it's general Twitch etiquette and it's a little bit rude to talk about your stream in somebody else's stream. In case you were unaware. Let's see, and this is the south door, which I think I've been in it before. Yeah, this is where I came from. Yeah, and then this is literally the ladder where we came into the castle. Yep. I am the confusion. Because so many of these doors are locked that it's really hard to figure out where I'm supposed to be going. Like, that one's also locked. Honestly, this might even be the door that we need, but I need a key for it. I figured out Hostile. I was just letting you know. Thank you for understanding. Okay, so I think I need some kind of key. It seems like it's gotta be the fact that there are all these locked doors that I don't have access to. So I'm wondering if maybe one of the NPCs in one of these rooms has the key or something. That's the only thing I can really think of at this point. Also, yeah, I have items. I'm just slowly losing them all because I've been spending all my stuff. Also, you know what? I bet I know what it was. I'm gonna bet myself 20 bucks right now that the key was literally in the same room that I went to with the camera in it, and I missed it. I think it's probably in that room and I missed it. Let's find out if I'm right. Science. I don't know if these guys are really worth that much XP. I haven't been paying attention. I should probably look. I don't think... We might have leveled once. I'm not really sure. Hi, Magic Mom. Hi, Roga. How are you guys doing today? Nope. Everton. You're doing alright? I'm glad to hear you're doing alright, Magic Mom. Shot! Ha! Crash! All I can think of is that Crash Into Me song. Go on and crash into me. Lyrics I don't know. Alright. Was this... Oh, that's why. Okay. I can go through this door. And I'm gonna go all the way back up to that room. What about you guys, Bards? What was your first RPG that you got to play? Like, really, really play and get a hold of? Hi, Finn. Dragon Warrior! I've played a little bit of it. One of these days, I kind of want to do like a playthrough of Dragon Warrior where I just follow a game guide to the letter and see how well it takes me through Dragon Warrior. Tuna just jumped up on your chest and gave you kisses and cuddles for like 5 whole minutes. She's so cute. Legend of Zelda on NES, Dragon Warrior, FF7. Hi, Malzicus. How you doing today? Your first one you really got to play was Final Fantasy IV. 6 for you, Roga. 6 for Shala as well. Breath of Fire? Dude, they have Breath of Fire 1 and 2 on the Super Nintendo store thingy for the Switch now. You know, the thingy, whatever it's called. They have the Super Nintendo games, and 2 of them are Breath of Fire 1 and 2. If you mean yourself without needing someone to read for you, FF4. Your earliest memories are a tie between 4 and Super Mario RPG. Super Mario RPG was actually the first one I ever beat. Well, it's not a store so much. If you have the yearly subscription to play games online, Frag, you know how it has like that NES section with like a limited selection of NES games you can play? There's also Super Nintendo ones. They recently added Breath of Fire 2. Sorry, I think my wording was probably confusing there. I'm sorry if I got your hopes up for a split second about a store. I wish there was a store. I'm just gonna make sure I didn't miss like a key or something. Oh, I can walk around on his bed. You bought a Super Nintendo Breath of Fire for your dad for Father's Day this year. That's really cool. Your first one will probably be Octopath. Octopath is a good one. If we're not counting Pokemon Red and Blue, then FF7 for you. I mean, Pokemon's an RPG. I think that counts. 6 was the first one you beat, Meander. Crystallis is on the NES thing on the Switch. Oh wait, that's right. I actually want to play that one. I saw a speedrun of it and it looked fun. Alright. I might be a little stumped. I don't know if looking at her we needed to do something special. Because I know she was in the East Tower. Breath of Fire 2, 3, and 4 are amazing. Oh, you feel like 1 is pretty dated and time hasn't been very kind to it? Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, shoot, I pressed X. You did go down the deep dark hole that was Pokemon. It's possible that could have been your first. I had Pokemon Red, Yellow, and Silver for Game Boy. I did, Ollie. It's true. Oh, Jade Cocoon. I've never played Jade Cocoon, but I've heard of it. Zooming, zooming, and we are zooming. Hello? Hello, is this thing also a two-way radio? How do I get to you? I don't know how to get there. Dragon Warrior for you too, Chupon? You tried to play Exodus Ultimate for NES, but the game was impossible? There was an Ultimate game on NES? I did not know that. Ooh, Final Fantasy Legend for Game Boy. That was I don't know. I had Final Fantasy Legend 3, but I didn't have the first one, so I'm not sure when they came out. My mom actually bought me Final Fantasy Legend 3 because she knew how much I loved Final Fantasy. But, you know, it turned out to not actually really be the same game. It's actually what became the Saga series, which I would still like to play. You forget which Ultimate was that was ported and then called Exodus? That's so weird. I think... No, Collection of Mana, it should be Final Fantasy Adventure, right? Final Fantasy Adventure is the one that's actually the first Seiken Densetsu game. And then Final Fantasy Legend, that's actually Saga games. They kept naming them all Final Fantasy in the US because they thought they would be more popular that way. The main aspect of an RPG? Yeah, they're not all turn-based. Generally, RPGs are going to involve elements of, a lot of them have multi-party, characters. But, I mean, not all of them, because in, like, Fallout, it's mostly just you. But it's usually focused on a overarching story development with good character development inside of it as well. Usually you have things like leveling up, different kinds of weapons, different kinds of skills. Fun fact, Final Fantasy IV came out in the US in the same month as Final Fantasy Legend 2, so you bet there were some kids who got it and were really confused. I bet so! Also, Zaysoring Brave Mr. Musashi is definitely on my list. I have absolutely no freaking idea if I'll ever be able to get a hold of it, because it's really hard to find, but I definitely want to play it. Okay. Hey, chat! Would anyone be able to maybe point me in the correct direction of what the heck I'm supposed to be doing? I thought maybe I needed to come back here and get like a key or something. I know that she's in the East Tower. I don't really know how to get there. Down a floor? Xenogears already has a way of confusing the heck out of me. I'm sure that will never change either. Oh wait, oh there is a door down here. Maybe that's it? No, we can't fight Flanagan. Can we donate games? So I do have a P.O. box, Haseo, where people can send me stuff. All I say though, if you decide to send me a game, I usually ask people like, if it's your personal copy, please make sure that it is a copy of the game that you do not want back, because I don't do like rental things. Like I don't like to borrow games from people. So if you send me a game, you're sending it because you want me to have it. Don't risk your personal copy that you want back that you're attached to, because I also, you know, I can never really promise if the post office is gonna get it here or not. You never know sometimes. They're usually good, but you know, I've had mail get lost before in my lifetime. I also tell people that if you do send me something, there's no guarantee that I will play it at all or when I will play it, because my schedule pretty much just goes by whatever I feel like playing at the moment. So as long as you're not sending it wanting it back or with the expectation that I will for sure play it, then I do have a P.O. box that's open that people are welcome to send me things in. I had people send me games, several of them actually, that we have played. Breath of the Wild, Persona 5, Legend of Dragoon. Technically, Xenogears is actually a game that my friend gave me. I'm playing the physical disc on my PS3 right now. I also got sent a copy of Chrono Cross, which we played. Can you send me more terrible ET games? I can't stop you, Shala. silly. Just please make sure they're not heavy ones. Oh, that's totally up to you, Phil. I would say you don't have to play the Mana games in order, but if you want to play them in order, you can. Hi, Big Memes. How you doing? Hi, Darks. How are you? Whoever sent me Persona 5, you sent them hugs because that was an amazing thing to watch me play. That was cool. Who sent me Persona 5? Okay, so there is no response. Okay, we probably need to go this way then. Also, thank you, Kyler, for the assistance. That's all I need for now. I'll yell at a hey chat again if I am still lost. I appreciate it. Thank you. Hi, Trop. Hello. How are you? Also, oh god, you know of more handheld ET games? Trop, we still need to find me a copy of Seaman. One day. One day the dream shall live. One day I will acquire those awful Zelda games. And then that'll be like the last bad/weird game night because I don't know how we'd ever top that. You saw one the other day. It was $90. $90? It's crazy. There's a rumor that if you donate $1 million, I'll play 10 minutes of any game you want. Please. Only send ET games that are light enough to be safely yeeted. No, GBA ET, I mean, I don't know. If you enjoyed GBA ET, Uncle Honey, then that's perfectly okay. It's fine. But for me personally, that was the worst game I've ever played my entire life. It was honestly terrifying. It was scary. It scared me. Do we play the same ET, I wonder? Maybe you played a different one that was better. But hey, I also always say, even if some people might consider a game bad, there's absolutely nothing wrong with enjoying it. That's what bad/weird game night is all about. I'm doing good, Trop. How are you doing today? Oh, no. That's what I want, though, Darks. I want the CDI games so that I can play them on stream for giggles. No, don't eat your GBA into the trash bin. Don't chuck that into the bin. Oh yeah, like Suikoden, yeah. And actually, that's the reason why I played Suikoden 2 on the PS TV Meander. I was really thankful for my PS TV, which Trump found for me, because I was able to play Suikoden 2 on it, and you know, not spend $100 on the physical copy, which I also could not find. Oh yeah, exactly, Darks. The Room is a terrible movie, but it is a great experience. It's hilarious. I fully, unabashedly love the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Is it a good movie? No, not really. Do I love it? Absolutely, I do. I love Mortal Kombat. Even the second one. And Mortal Kombat Annihilation is a terrible movie, but it is the best movie line of all time. You can't spell yeet without E-T. That's true. It's very true. Now you will die. Yeah, the first Mortal Kombat movie is just kind of a nice, cheesy 90s action romp. The second one was very bad, but still very funny. The bouncing ice and the Scorpion versus Sub-Zero fight. Man, now I really wanna watch it. I haven't seen the latest one, Link. I've only seen the old 90s ones. Bart!
Let's go home, Margie!
I just knew you'd come for me.
I'm getting you out of here. Come on, follow me.
Okay. Oh, wait a second. I really like this. Oh, that's cute. She's bringing a doll. Exactly. It's Katana finds her mom. She goes, "Mother?" Then her mom goes, "Too bad you will die." She says it just like that. And it's the best thing ever. It's the best thing ever. You love how in Mortal Kombat 11 they used the actor that played Shang Tsung in the movie for the in-game model. Really? He even says that your soul is mine line? Oh man! I've never played it Super Nintendo. That's really cool. I didn't know that. Oh no, sorry, Fraglex. If you had a clip or something to post, let one of my mods know what it is, and they'll be happy to throw you a permit. You love Knight Rider 2008 and Fortune Hunter, James Bond on TV. Yeah, we made it. We made it. We saved our game. We have our cousin. Let's GTFO. Oh, you're just gonna post the amazing line. Yeah, feel free to repost it if you'd like. Bart, look!
Crap, Gambler!
Looks like we have rats. Where do you plan on taking that girl, boy?
Boy! Ha! Boy? Let's see you try and call me that again! Who the hell are you, anyway?
You do have spunk. But I don't need to give my name to rats like you.
What?
Now hand over the girl. She's a very important guest. Until she tells us where a certain piece of the Fatima Jasper is, we can't allow her to be taken away.
Give me a break! You think I'm gonna hand her over just because you say to? Pull your head out, you Gambler geek!
He's just telling him to pull his head after that.
I assume you know where such abusive language will lead you.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that one, Chop. What happens to a toad that gets struck by lightning? I forgot that that line exists. You might try to find your Suikoden copies? Oh, I hope you can find him, Hasio. I have the first one on physical disc, but that's the only one. Wait, no, I think I might have... I think someone sent me 4 or 5, so I think I have 2 of them.
If you truly want to protect that child, then surrender. Prince Bartholomew.
Oh yeah? You know about me, huh? Ha! Sounds such a bad feeling having your name known by someone as beautiful as you.
Now is not the time to be hitting on her. Barty!
You may have had your problems with Shakan, but we won't treat you badly. Concerning Shakan, it really doesn't matter either way to us.
Ah, so okay, they really don't give a crap about Shakan at all. I'm not surprised.
That's nice to know, but I can't accept it. See, for me, either way is bad.
Then it's decided.
Margie, hide back behind there.
No, I'll fight too.
I don't care, just hide.
No, but, what if Margie can help us, though? That seems... This fight seems very, one-sided at the moment. Shaka Khan! Where'd she go? Wait, where'd who go? Oh, Ollie's kind of off camera a little. Ollie, you're standing at the very edge of your perch, silly. I don't know why I think that's weird that his webcam's not like showing his whole perch over there. I don't know what happened. Ollie, are you staring down the camera now? Are you staring down the camera? You You can get Brave Fencer for 30 bucks from GameStop? I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. That's a hi, Konamo. How you doing? Oh wait. Let me check Ether real quick. Yeah, you know what? Let's lower accuracy. That's a good idea. Oh, yeah, Bravely Default 2 is another one I'm looking forward to. Although I haven't played the first two. So, oh yay, she healed me! So I'm kind of hoping that they'll bring those to the Switch too. I'm playing a video game, Ollie. What are you doing? I'm playing a game. What are you doing? Good luck, Bart. Man, she gets a lot of turns. That sucks. I'm gonna try again. Because that looks like a riposte kind of stance. Yeah, he's just standing there menacingly! What if I use this? Attack him with pennies! Oh wow, that didn't do crap. You were clapping when they revealed him in 11? I'll have to check it out later. That's so cool that they actually modeled it after him. Alright, fine. Let's find out what happens. Okay, that's fully what I expected. And he's probably gonna... Yep, he's gonna hit us now. Oh, he hit us real hard. We dead. We totally dead. We're dead. That's what happened. We're dead. Good thing I just saved! That's why you save before you science. I like how Xenogears doesn't even actually have a game over screen. It just fades into the title. Like, well, guess you're reloading your save, aren't you? That's cold. We'll try again. I figured that it was going to be one of those things where he would hit us back really hard, but I figured I would science it. Hick's gonna give it to ya! Boom, boom, boom. Hi, Cyrus. I'm liking it quite a bit so far. How are you doing today? You tend to prefer games that don't mock you on your lasses. Well, I mean, that's fair. Xenogears doesn't mock you. That's a plus. Oh yeah, I actually like that, Riger. I like the fact that they're a challenge so far. Battle Corgi has redeemed Honorable Sudoku. Corgi, do you have any last words, my friend? Do you have any last words? Also, I'm gonna just skip this dialogue since we read it already. Good night, everyone! Can we get some F's in the chat for Battle Corgi? Goodbye, my friend. Good night. Do I want to know a secret? Is the secret about Xenogears or something else? Mike Scrubs, how you doing? Maybe you want to find serious. I'm glad to hear that. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Also, thank you, Trop, for redeeming a highlight message. of, you know what's the worst part about being stuck in a time loop? You know what's the worst part about being stuck in a time loop? You know what's the worst part about being stuck in a time loop? You know what's the worst part about being stuck in a time loop? You know what's the worst part about being stuck in a time loop? You know what's the worst part about being stuck in a time loop? I ran out of breath. I tried. We had a good run. Something else. Ah, the secret is you love us. Well, thank you, Scrubs. Also, hello. I hope you're doing well today. He sounds more like he's slapping us. Slappy, slappy. I'm just gonna get our attacks in when we can. Before he does that thing, she is probably about to do. No? Okay, maybe not. Today's been less shitty than most? Well, that's good. That's good. It's looking on the uppity ups. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, I've been having a good day, actually. Thank you. I've had a good day. Yeah, I need some help. Help would be very good. Oh boy, of course Miang can also heal. Of course she can. Big old oof. I'm actually gonna try to get a wild smile. We really need that accuracy down if we can actually nail it. Would I play Final Fantasy XI again if they made a classic version back at Treasures of Water Gone? Maybe? I mean, for me, Kyler, I mean, that was mainly when I played was up through Treasures of Water Gone, so it would definitely be like right down nostalgia lane for me. The only reason why I hesitate to immediately say heck yeah is really just the fact that I don't know if I would have the time dedication for that. I used to play Final Fantasy XI for anywhere between 4 to like 12 hours a day. And I would basically have to drop everything else in order to dedicate that much time. And that's pretty much what Final Fantasy XI took back then. So I don't know. Oh, hey, that was enough. Hey, we called our friends. Ah, yeah. Punch him. Nice. Made it. Wait. Hasu, where did you hear about Legend of Dragoon being remade? I like the battle system. You see what you need to get with your crystals now? Now I'm curious, Roga. Are you going to let us know, or will it be a secret surprise? Oh, everyone. Well, the 11 memes about dragoons followed them into 14 darks. You had to stop playing 14 because of that? Am I going to play Star Ocean First Departure? I don't know, Ryder. I've actually never played a Star Ocean game. I think I might want to give one of the older ones a try first. I have Star Ocean 2 on physical disc, and it's been on my list for a while, so I might play that one first. One of the Sony wraps to work? I haven't heard anything about it. I don't know. That would be cool. I'll see what they announce. You okay, Bart?
Glad you're here, Faye.
Faye? What's wrong, Bart? I thought this was just a simple rescue.
Shut up! This jerk butted in and slowed me down!
The way he attacked. It reminds me of someone from my past.
Wait, I feel like I need to say this with an echo because it's in his mind.
The way he attacked. It reminds me of someone from my past.
flashback. It's gonna be a surprise. Nice. I like surprises. Okay, there is a dude who used to beat the crap out of Gears while not in a gear. And he's using abilities that look kind of similar to ours. Enough talk. But enough talk! How about you? Battling will reveal the truth about you.
Careful, Faye! This goblin jerk's pretty strong!
Thank you, Scrub. Oh yeah, I mean, I always kind of hesitate to really believe anything until it's like officially formally announced. I've been doing that for the PS5 too, because there have been a lot of rumors going on for a really long time about it being backwards compatible, but Sony has yet to say anything actually official on it. So I'm just kind of biding my time and seeing what they say. I mean, I know that if they say officially that it's fully backwards compatible, I'm gonna buy one. As long as I don't have to like be online to do it or something weird. Yeah, I mean, yeah, even when it's officially announced, like dates, sometimes things happen. It was not by my hands I was once again given flesh.
You steal men's souls and make them your slaves!
Let's see, I'm gonna do wild. Since we have two characters, let's see if we can take advantage of this a bit better. Alright, warrior stance. Not gonna be attacking him then. Let's get our attack up since we've got a turn. Oh, well, I mean, really, so the original PS3 Darks, the reason why it was fully backwards compatible, so the PlayStation 3 actually has a different format. So they were having to have completely separate emulation for PS1 and PS2. And that made it really expensive. It also made them huge and run really hot. Like literally my fat PS3 weighs like 20 pounds. They were very expensive back then. So they got rid of it to cut costs. All PS3s can play PS1 discs. It's just only the very first renditions can play PS2 games. Ollie, what you doing, buddy? Speak, speak. Do you need to go to your other perch, buddy? Do you want to go sit out there? I've actually never played a Grand Blue game myself. Yeah, software emulation is unfortunately not as good. And I don't know, it's one of those things where like, I would actually use my fat PS3 for this kind of stuff, but honestly, they overheat like crazy. I tried to play Metal Gear Solid as a digital game, and after 5 hours, my PS3 literally shut itself down. So it doesn't seem feasible, at least the way that I have things set up in my RV. It doesn't really seem feasible for long periods of play. I would either need to get much better ventilation. Oh shoot, I forgot that he was doing that. Well. Oh yeah, that was a piece of hair. Well, I guess we're using one of our Zeta souls. You still have your day one 60GB PS3? You only play, or you can only play the PS1, PS2 games. Yeah, when I tried to play Sonic 06, dude, after like we only played that game for like 30 minutes, and my PS3 was just ridiculously hot. He stuck with 360, but he didn't know PS3 acted up. Yeah, I don't know why, but like that whole generation of consoles was just weird. Super weird. No, that was gonna be the other thing I was gonna say, is that I would either need to massively improve my ventilation, which unfortunately is not a thing I can do with my current setup because I live in an RV, or I would have to probably open it up and see if I could change the thermal paste and if that would help, because it's never been changed. I cleaned it really well, but I have not changed the thermal paste. Oh no, I had to stop playing Sonic 06. It was for Bad/Weird Game Night, but I literally had to stop playing it because I was getting severe motion sickness. The chin was on fire, literally. My first Xbox 360 actually took a long time to red ring. Okay, guys, I'm actually gonna put Ollie on his other perch because I think he's getting tired. Bedtime got all funky when we were away. I'm just gonna put him on his other perch. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Do they still do 9 out of 10 dentists agree on? I have no idea. That's a great question. Hi, Tinty. How are you today? It's odd you can play a PS3 game for about 5 to 10 minutes, then polygons start to get stretched out all over the screen. That's something. I don't think I've ever heard of PS3 doing that before. That's intense. Go ahead and heal again for safety. Yeah, that'll probably be the last we see of Ollie tonight, but you know, he'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow. Well, but okay, at the same time. No, but I don't have very much, so let's just. Switch polygons and artifacting is usually due to the video card starting to burn out. Oh my. That's kind of scary. Yay! Free heal. Okay, one of those missed. That's good. We should be able to go full swing in again. Take a look. It's in a book. Reading Rainbow. on. Yeah, if you think Chop can make a meme out of anything, wait till you see the next clip show, I'm sure. Which will be coming, by the way. In the near future, TM, please look forward to a best of 2019 clip show. Punch him! You do clip shows? Stop, please. Technically, I used to. Now you make them. Yo, did we get him? I think we won.
He looks completely different. And there's no response. Is it just my imagination? But that technique was indeed his. What's more, the name Faye. Where have I... Faye, that is my child's name.
Oh. And then we punched his lights out.
Ugh.
Leave the rest to me!
Margie? Rats?
Wait, like literal rats? Now! Okay, we just dove for the elevator. Nice. Margie looks like a PS1 Atelier protagonist. Yee! Hi, Synchrony. How are you doing today?
Is it him? Or do I only want to think so? If it is him, I am worthless. A reject. God! Double the guards on both shifts. Don't let those rats in here again.
That's interesting.
Hey, Faye! Do you know where this elevator goes?
I don't know. Where does it go?
I'm asking you! This thing wasn't here before. Don't worry, we'll get you back home. Somehow.
I'm not worried.
Hey, Faye, how'd the tournament go?
I won, I guess.
That's what I thought. I knew you could do it.
Hitchcock would be proud of that camera angle. That's... Kepler's aerial battleship! Yeah, but look what's coming out of it! Uh-oh.
Are you guys in the mood for another battle?
Bart, we better get out of here and fast! Quick, run! Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Oh, they're running. Somebody cue the Benny Hill!
There are intruders in the base. There are 3 intruders. Presently heading for the dock area. The 2 men may be killed. But do not harm the girl.
Oh, hey, Allie. Faye! You're... Allie? What are
doing here? I should be asking you. Don't tell me you're the intruder's Faye. Huh?
If she's in our way, just...
Wait a second, Bart. She... At least not an enemy.
Not an enemy? Are you insane? Look at her uniform. She's a Gobbler officer.
I mean, yes, but we have history, okay? Have a good night, Uncle Honey. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. Hi there, Snowman. How you doing today? It's good to see you.
Ooh.
I'm going to take a very tiny stretch break. Also, as a side note, I feel very, very cozy. So, again, I also, just kind of want to say thank you for everybody being, like, super cool and supportive and excited about me changing things up and getting rid of my green screen. Or, you know, putting it away, at least. It's way cozier for me. If you give a dragon a cookie, it's probably going to want a glass of milk. I want a glass of milk. Oh, as a snowman, I haven't gotten to do this in a while. Midget Snowman. You still got Name Singer for this month. And hi, Matt. How are you doing today? You love the new look? It's rad and feels more personal and cozy, too. Yee! Thank you, Groundfire. You know something seemed different? Yeah! I just did this yesterday, Roga. I'd been kind of working on it as a little side project for myself after we got back from vacation. But I got rid of my green screen, or put it away, and this is actually going to be a permanent backdrop now that I can decorate and stuff. No, no, Samo! This is actually my room. It's my room. Hi, Trigev. How you doing? Hi, Ronan. How are you? And hi, Noel. How are you doing today? Yeah, I feel like I can add more personality and coziness this way. And I was saying earlier, I don't have to have the lights on me as bright, so it's actually more comfortable for me too. You're gonna head out for the night? We make your days, especially since this is gonna be the worst Christmas. Oh, since your brother passed last week. Oh my goodness, Sarth. Sarth, I'm so sorry. Can we please get a bunch of love in the chat for Sarth? I'm so sorry, man. Please. I want to reemphasize that you are welcome to come hang out here anytime you want, and we will welcome you with open arms as the bards, because you know what? You're fantastic, and we are always glad that you're here. I hope you rest well, friend. You did think it looked good, and you're glad it's something I enjoy. Also, that's true. Luna won't be able to tear up, well, as many universes. She probably could still tear up this one. They ran in here! Hurry, this way! We'll just wait. It's a lot of dudes. Hi, Leo! Oh no, I hope you can get your internet fixed soon, friend. Mine was actually acting up earlier today, too. I think a lot of people have been having internet issues today. But I hope you can get yours fixed soon. Luna, destroyer of time and space. It sounds like they've gone.
Faye, can you explain to me how you know a Gobbler officer?
Well,
I don't know where you met her, but no matter how you look at it, she's a Gobbler officer, not an enemy? Where do you get off saying that?
Yes. Special Forces of the Sacred Empire of Solaris, also known as Gebler. I'm Lieutenant Elhaim Van Houten of the Ignis Army's 3rd Assault Division. And while returning from a mission to capture the newest model gear from a Kislev military factory, I was attacked by pursuing Kislev gears and crash-landed in your village. I wanted to tell you, but I just couldn't bring myself to.
When I heard what my crash landing in your village had caused, I couldn't tell you. I knew. Huh? Faye? I overheard you talking with Doc. Then why? It was all my fault. But I lashed out at you with my own feelings. I'm sorry. No, it wasn't. Just forget about it. You couldn't help it. You had your own problems. But Faye, why are you with them? I'm cooperating with Bard and his crew. We came to rescue Margie, who was taken prisoner in the castle here. I see.
Hey, just a minute! Where do you think you're going?
You want to get out of the castle, right? In this confusion, you can escape through the gear launch door.
Great idea, but do we really buy that? I don't think so. She talks sweet, but she's probably planning to turn us over to that old bald geezer. It's a trick, Faye.
Wait, Bart, she's not a bad person. She said she'd help us, so let's go with her plan.
You're always like this. Can't you see? She's in Gambler. Don't be so damn trusting.
That's not true, is it, Ellie?
Oh, yeah? Look where your ability to judge characters got you. Faye, what about you? Do you believe her?
I made up my mind long ago. Faye.
Ugh, first you, now her? The whole lot of you can go jump off a cliff for all I care.
Really? I mean, do you really think we're gonna make it out of here by ourselves, Bart? Probably not. You're doing good, Ronan. I'm glad to hear that. Oh, you woke up half an hour ago. Nice. My room reminds you of meeting a friend you met on the internet IRL for the first time. Just having to be accustomed to the person or room you'd seen in 2D for a year suddenly had the whole dimension of space and tactileness. Yeah. Well, that's part of why TwitchCon is really fun too, is that you get to meet friends in person for the first time, and it's pretty much like that. Wait here a second. The coast's clear. Quick, follow me. Hopefully Ellie knows where the nearest safe point is too. Hi, Smiling. Yeah, I am enjoying it. How are you today? This is the gear startup code. You can start any standard gear with this code. Ellie, this is all I can do for you. The rest is up to fate.
All right, let's go, Faye. What are you doing? Hurry up!
Ellie, come with us. Huh? You're not the type of person suited to a place like this. Faye.
You're just wasting time talking. They're coming. We're gonna get caught.
Ellie. Thanks, but it's impossible. I'm a Solaris soldier. This is where I belong. I can't go with you. Ellie! Faye, the next time we meet, we'll be enemies. No! That's my least favorite sentence! At least this gear has a nice beat to its walking pattern. Hey, we get a free surfboard. Okay, that is a really cool surfboard. Yeah, get my wyvern powered up now. I must pursue them.
Commander, I have a message from Hayu.
What? Stop the power up. Recall all men back to base and wait for further orders. That fool. What is he doing down here now? Bum bum bum! Yay, we made it back!
Well, Marguerite, now that we've saved you, Let me ask you one thing. Why did you go up against the enemy by yourself?
Sorry, but I heard a rumor in town that day. It was said that the sect's sisters who were captured by Yvette were still alive.
Obviously a groundless rumor started by the enemy in order to lure you out. Please, don't be so hard on her. The Nissan sect is Marguerite's home. It's perfectly understandable. Then, you thought you could save them alone? That was stupid!
I believed it! So what? I was wrong! But Grandma and Mom were already executed!
Marguerite. At any rate, Marguerite is here unhurt. That's the main thing. Before luck runs out, let's take Marguerite to Nissan. We can talk more there. Now, I'll go prepare Marguerite's room. Miss Marguerite, may I ask you to accompany me? Margie! Next time, let us know! We'll go for you!
Yeah, I'll do that. Where'd she wanted to go?
Marguerite's straining herself. Young master, you should be kind to her.
Yeah, you really should, man. You should be nicer to your cousin. Considering you don't really have any other family, and she's also trying her best, and oh my god, it's this adorable doll.
That Margie! Leaving a strange stuffed animal in a place like this? Because of this, we can't get into the bridge.
It's not strange!
Hey, Faye, stop the funny voices, will ya?
Okay, excuse me, I think this is gonna require,
This is gonna require some voice training.
Huh? I didn't say anything.
That's weird. Anyway, let's ask Margie to get rid of it.
It's lukewarm.
That's a cute stuffed animal. Okay, I want to save though. So I'm gonna write this down as a note for tomorrow. So I can remember what the heck we were supposed to be doing. Hi Max, how you doing? Hi Leo Gaming, how you doing? I do. Okay, I need to save. I also forgot where the save point is here already. Now you feel like you need to see me on helium? Oh, if you hover over the video, then there's a little button that has the two arrows rotating. You can double click on that and it usually will fix it. And if that doesn't fix it, then you can also try changing the actual quality of the video, and sometimes that fixes it too, or just refresh the whole page. Hey chat! I don't remember, where was the save point here? Oh, it's 2 a.m. Yeah, no worries, the Christopher. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. You rest well. I want to say it was back this way. Yeah, I do voices for all the characters in games that don't actually have voice acting. We play a lot of retro stuff, so it tends to be a lot of games. Oh yeah, here's Margie, but I really want to save. like to save, please? I am also a night owl, for sure. Yeah, that's that. Unless... I don't think the only save point was on the bridge. Your brain melted? You did an evil Sudoku puzzle and you came in to tell me that I love you. Love me. Ari, I love you too. It's good to see you. I'm sorry that you were melted by an evil Sudoku puzzle. Can I interest you in... Let's see, what do I even have on here? Oh no, I'll have to change scenes. Can I interest you in... Vegeta with a mustache? Does that help? Does that help? Okay, I'm gonna save, because yay, save point. Yeah, here is good. I crave pizza. So I think we're going to save talking to Margie for tomorrow. That's what you look like when you wake up in the morning, but you have a beard, Angry Trees. Yay, it helps! Yay, good. It's fine. You wanted to see it in the theaters more because you're still a fanboy? Oh, you saw Star Wars. Oh, okay, you guys are talking about it. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. Thank you guys, by the way, for not talking spoilers for it. I really appreciate it. I know there's been a lot going around on Twitter and stuff. So thank you guys for keeping this a spoiler-free place for folks that haven't seen Star Wars yet. You are fantastic. Alright. I think this is a great moment to pause for the evening and pick up Xenogears and its story tomorrow.